Blackberries over there. Okay, we're down here at the bee yard, and we decided we just take a look and open up this honey super and see what's going on. And we can see that they're already capping honey in there. It's about I don't know, looks 3/4 of the way capped, and this is the outside frame, so that's usually pretty good news. Let's check the other side and see what it looks like.
See.
Oh wow, it's almost 100% capped. Looking good. They've been making honey.
Good job, girls.
So let's see what it looks like from the back. That's one cool thing about these flow hives. We put windows on every side of them, and you know, it just gives you the ability to look in and see what the hive looks like. Well, there's this frame.
It's full of honey.
Looks full. Now, granted, this is only the very back cells, so I mean the rest of the cells could be pretty full. But the good news is that they're making honey.
All right, let's open the new hive.
Let me check the back of this one just to make sure there ain't none. But I don't think they're doing anything on this one. Yeah.
Nothing.
Clean and brand new. We ain't doing no work in there really.
Oh yeah, nothing.
So like I said, this is a brand new one. I haven't coated it with wax or anything, so it can be hard to get them to start up. They won't really get in there unless there's a really good honey flow going on, and they just run out of space in the hive, and then they'll go ahead and break down and do it. But this one, apparently we ain't there yet.
Yeah, okay. Here we go.
Don't have time to mess with it this year, so. Okay, so we're gonna give this hive a little smoke. I didn't see any bees coming out, did you?
Yes.
Okay. Now remember, this was the hive that we basically did like kind of a walkaway split. We took them from the another one that had a lot of swarm cells and stuff, and we wanted to just grab some of that and create another hive, and then we left, and we have not looked at it since, so we don't know what condition this hive's going to be in. We don't know if they've got a queen or not. We really don't know anything. It was just kind of a reaction to what we saw, and said, well, let's give it a shot and see what happens. So, well, the first thing I notice is there is a good population of bees in here. So the idea that this hive didn't make a queen, I would say they probably got a queen, because typically if there was no queen by now, I mean, it's been, I don't know, a month or two.
A month. Yeah, a month and
It's been well over a month,
half,
I think. Yeah. So, I mean, this hive would be dying without a queen by now. So, empty frame. Now this is the outside frame, so not uncommon for it to be empty. They really have to have resources to build. And I see a lot of honey in there though, so they're definitely collecting honey. That's good.
you mean nectar?
Well, it looks like capped, so it'd be honey now.
Oh, okay.
But yes, connect this. So this right here, for example, their building comb here, you can see that's full of, yeah. Full. Now they haven't capped it yet, which just means the moisture level is not low enough yet. But I mean, the good news is they're collecting nectar and making it into honey, and I mean, that looks beautiful. The bees, calm as can be. I mean, it's a windy day. Now we're kind of protected from the trees, or by the trees back here in the bee yard. But typically you open a hive on a windy day like this and they're not happy, and these bees seem to be just calm as can be. So I always like calm bees, because, you know, normally they don't like me, and I need every bit of help I can get. Main thing we're going to be looking for in this hive is any sign of brood. Of course, if we see the queen, that would be nice, but I don't make a big deal out of looking for the queen like crazy. I just want to see the signs that she's there and that she's doing what she's supposed to be doing. And we can see here we got a mixed frame of honey and brood. And it's been long enough now that any brood that was in this hive when we put it here would already have emerged. Here's another good solid frame of brood with some honey around the outsides.
Let's see if we see any new bees coming out. Like newborn, you know?
I don't see
anything
emerging here, but I mean, but judging by the color of the brood, I mean, it's old, so it should be emerging soon. And I see there's some pollen in there too, which is good. Oh, and I see some eggs. So that's exactly what I want to see. All through here, you won't be able to see it on the camera, but all through here where this brood has emerged, all that is full of eggs. She's queen's already been in there and laid an egg in every cell. So that is perfect. Just what we wanted to see. We know we've got a good queen in here. She's doing what she's supposed to be doing. And with that, I'm happy. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. So I've got 4.5 frames that are totally built out. And I think when we move this down here, we moved 4 frames. Yes, we moved 4 frames. And I don't think they were 100% built out. But overall, I mean, I'm happy with how this hive looks right out of the gate. Since we're in here, we'll go ahead and look at these other frames, just because we're here. Another good thing, I did not see a lot of, I didn't see any actually. I haven't seen any small hive beetles yet, which is good. Typically they'd be running around on the lid if there was a problem. We do have a beetle blaster in here with diatomaceous earth.
Oh, look at the honey over here. Right here.
Yep, just about every frame has honey on it. I see more eggs. Oh, lots of larvae too. If you can look down and that, see all those white things, that's all larvae. So don't know if you can see in the cells, the other cells, there are eggs in the bottom of them. So this frame is a great mixed frame. It's got some honey on it, it's got some pollen on it, it's got larvae, it's got eggs. I mean, this is a great frame right here. And on the other side I see, yep, eggs, I see larvae, same thing. So, and this is mostly natural. It's got one little piece of foundation that was down the middle, and the rest is all natural comb. So really
You know
cool.
what? I noticed the population of the bees increased a lot. Don't
Well,
you
yeah,
think?
this time
I
of
mean,
year.
like,
This time of year, the queens
because
should
they
be
didn't
making
have
lots
too
of bees
many.
because they've got a lot of foraging to do.
There wasn't that many when we put it here first, at the beginning. And now is all of the frames seem to be full. Well, except the first one, but right? It looks pretty full.
I mean, it's, yeah, there's a healthy population of bees, that's for sure. So one thing I'm gonna do,
Are you gonna change the blaster or keep it there?
you want to put a new one in, is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Unless it still is doing its job.
It's built in there, they got it wedged in there pretty good. I mean, it's still got diatomaceous earth.
Ah, okay,
in it.
so leave it there then. I see it, yeah. Still good.
That's the cool thing about diatomaceous earth. You can stir it up a little bit like this, and you know, the beetles will go in there and get that on them. Some of them will die in there, but they don't all die in there, and this stays usable for a long time. Look at these other frames real quick. This one looks like it's got a lot of honey on it. A lot of brood on this side, a lot of honey there on that side. See, all
Oh, I
that's
see
capped
that,
honey. Yeah. So resource wise, this hive looks real great for a brand new hive. Oh, this same thing, half honey, half brood. Awesome.
So, do you think we should put another box on top?
No, typically you want to wait until they're at least 80%, which, so that would be 8 of 10 frames completely built out, and they've still got one. That one was just starting. 2, 3, 4 and a half. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half. 5 and a half frames still that aren't built out, so they got lots of room. But what I'm going to do is, to encourage them to build a little more, is I'm going to put this empty frame in between 2 built out frames. So that should encourage them to do some construction.
Hello.
Can you give me the broom off of the...
Yep.
Please, my love. Gonna sweep some bees off of the lid here. They hate to be swept, so, but I'd rather sweep them off than crush them. Oops, I like the door at the back. Turn that around. There we go. So overall, this hive looks great. Looks great.
A plus.
No concerns at all. They got plenty of resources, and remember when we put these hives, the last time we checked them, they were all low on resources, but we had some evidence that the flow was just beginning, so we felt confident they'd do fine, and they did. So this hive's doing great. That honey super has got a lot of honey in it. The flow is still going on here. We've still got a lot of flow left. We haven't even got sumac yet. We haven't got horse mint. So there's still a lot of things coming, and a lot of things that are currently in bloom. We made it through the Yauponis first, and you know, there's so many different wildflowers and stuff around here. I don't even know all the sources of nectar. But obviously this hive, which is the oldest hive, is doing really well. The population looks great. Obviously they're making honey in the super, and that's a good thing. This hive over here, you know, they were looking kind of full, and that's why they were full as far as population of bees, and we wanted to discourage them from swarming. So we went ahead and put this honey super on here. But because it's a brand new flow hive, it's never been used before, like I say, sometimes it's difficult to get them to take to it. But also, they won't take to a new one until their hive is basically full. So these two brood boxes, if they're not completely full, which I doubt they are at this point, they're not being forced to build up here. So we don't have high expectations of getting honey out of this. Okay, we're down here at the other beehive. This is the one that was real swarmy, and we took the frames out of it with the queen cells and made that other hive, which we just checked, and it's awesome. So we're gonna see how this hive's doing. Well, they've been busy, I can tell that much. Definitely they've been busy. All that burcomb is new.
It's not smoking anymore.
No, I think it went out.
Okay.
Hopefully they're just as calm as that other hive. And then I got this top welded shut pretty well. There we go.
Wow.
Okay, so don't see any small hive beetles. Population of this hive is not as good as that other one was.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're building a lot of.
But yeah, they've been building a lot, and I see lots of honey in there. It looks like they've been bringing in. And of course, they have glued everything tight. Lots of propolis in here. So, just an empty frame. They're not going to be happy about this because look at all that honey I just ripped away there.
Ooh, yum.
Capped honey. Real small comb there, but they've been capping away that honey. Beautiful stuff. I mean, right out of the gate, the one thing I do notice is resource-wise, man, they have been bringing in some honey. Remember, they barely had anything last time. Look, they're hitting me,
Uh-oh,
so
yeah, they're not happy.
they're not happy when you get some smoke on.
They're not as calm as the other ones, definitely.
See just a little bit of smoke here.
Yeah, me too, right here.
What we don't know is the status of a queen. Of course, if they're queenless, that'll make them more aggressive for sure.
But do you think if they were queenless, it would be this kind of population?
I mean, hard to say for sure, but I would think this would be dying out if there wasn't a queen. There's a big old drone right there. A few drones. So I mean, this thing is like jam-packed full of honey.
That's why they're not happy. They're thinking you're stealing their honey.
That definitely could be. Nothing but honey. That's the bad news.
Why?
Well, I'm not seeing any signs of a queen yet. A brood, or everywhere I look, even from the top, all I see is honey. So it's great that they're collecting honey, but without a queen, they're doomed. Okay, so here's, yep, that should have brood in it. You got some pollen, lots of honey. Pollen, lots of honey. Zero brood. So I suspect this hive is queenless, which means we need to figure out a plan of what we're gonna do. Amazing, a queenless hive working this hard, bringing in these resources.
Maybe you'll see something then now.
Nope. Same. There was an old queen cell down at the bottom there. It's open and
Right
there's
here?
no queen. No, that piece that's open down there.
Ah, yeah, I see.
But like I say, there's zero evidence thus far of a queen. And the fact that they're a little aggressive, comparatively speaking, supports my hypothesis. Same, lots of honey, pollen, another open queen cell there at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
So
What happened to those queens?
maybe they didn't make it. Could be that they went out on a mating flight and got eaten by a bird. Happens. Again, lots of honey, pollen. Wow, tons of pollen and honey. Resource-rich hive. Oh, that one's just solid honey. So what we need to do is come up with a plan now. So the good news is I don't see any evidence of a laying worker. I don't see any eggs at all. So sometimes you get workers that will start laying eggs when there's the absence of a queen. I don't see that here. That's good. Which means, in theory, we can still save this hive.
So you're saying the worker bees, they can lay eggs and then make a queen with the eggs?
No, the eggs would be sterile, which means they could only make a drone.
Oh.
So I think what I want to do is go back to the other hives and get a frame of eggs, a good frame with eggs, bring it down here and give them the chance to make another queen, and we'll see what happens.
But do you think these bees are gonna attack the other bees that you're bringing?
No. I think we'll bring it from that hive we just went into.
Okay.
That way they're at least the same bloodline.
Yes.
Okay, so I pulled one frame out to swap.
Okay. So let's go back to the other one.
This will be the one.
Okay. That's the one. And that's how you do it.
Shake them off.
But some are gonna come with us anyway.
Yep.
That's why I was asking, are they gonna fight with the other ones? But you say the same bloodline, and
Well,
they may not.
they may not, but typically they'll leave if they're old enough to be fighting.
Yeah.
Then they should leave and come back here.
Okay. Shake it some more if you want, or no?
got
Stuck?
smushed in honey. They're alive.
Oh.
They need help from their friends. It's covered in honey. Yeah. Oh, look at this.
Mm.
You wanted to be emerging right
Yes.
there.
I'm getting it. I'm doing my best.
And let's continue down. I don't want to leave this out too long.
Okay.
Okay, so we went up to the other hive. We robbed a frame out of it. This frame has eggs, larvae, a little bit of brood, honey. The same thing on the other side. The key thing is the eggs and the very young larvae. This should give these bees the chance to make a queen and save themselves. So that's the intent here, is to put this in there with them and give them the chance. I made them mad there now.
Okay, it's time to go.
Alright. That's all we're going to do. We'll check them again in the future and see what happens. Stick with us.